Hi, this is Geshe Michael Roach. Welcome to the Peachtree Cafe Morning Show. And today I have some special guests I'd like to introduce. You guys come on in. They traveled here all the way from China about 2 months ago. Hello. Yeah, hi.
Hello.
Now they're stuck here in Rimrock, Arizona. Come on. And these are my friends, Alice and Joe. It's Stanley Chen.
Hello.
Hi.
From Shenzhen, China. We've been working on a very, they've been DCI teachers and translators for, 8, 9 years.
Over 9 years.
Over 9 years. And now we're doing a cool project together called China Soft Power, which is kind of supporting the idea of a junzi. Junzi. And it's a business person who is also very knowledgeable about their ancient culture and their ancient literature, and then they use that knowledge to be a better business person around the world. So, and that's been a really, really fun project and very, very successful in China, and thank you for that.
Thank you.
Now they're building, helping us build a college for DCI in Kyoto, Japan, and we're working hard on that. So, Xiaoping, do you have a question today from somebody that we can talk about?
Okay.
And we'll get your insights. They've been teaching DCI for many years.
Hi, Geshe Michael. I'm Rachel from Malaysia. I've always been very angry and upset. I have an angry father, and I always upset since young, angry at my husband, angry at my children, angry at my staff, and scolding them. And after learning the seed sister, I don't do that anymore, and I'm very sorry about that. But I'm just wondering what are the possible consequences that I might see in the future. Thank you.
Yeah, that's an interesting question, and let me set it up for you guys.
Yes. Thank you.
So Rachel, I know her, she's very sweet, from Malaysia, and she said, she's not asking so much how does anger get started or how can I block my anger. We kind of covered that actually in episode 14 last Thursday on the 27th of February. So if you're curious about what makes you get angry, or you're curious about how to stop your anger, you can check that episode 14 from the 27th of February. And Seiji Takahashi and Ben Galmi helped us. But I think today Rachel's question is different. And Rachel is asking, I got angry in the past, then I studied the seed system, and I'm much better. But I'm worried about those old seeds sitting in my mind, and what will be she used the word consequence, which I like, because in English consequence kind of means bad results. So Xiaoping, which is Allison's Chinese name, I don't know, what do you think? What does she have to, something's going to happen to her, what, from the old seeds?
Well, one obvious one, one of the main consequence results based on the Calexis. We know that it is going to block a lot of good seeds from ripening.
Oh, wow.
Which is quite important for all of us who are planting seeds, who are using the 4th step, because we want to get a good result as soon as possible. Yeah.
So let's say I have millions of seeds in my mind, and there's good ones and there's bad ones. And they open up, they're all mixed up. That's why sometimes I have half good day, then half bad day, and then I'm having a bad day, and then suddenly something beautiful happens. The seeds are all mixed up, but if you get angry, then those negative seeds tend to block the positive seeds. But why do you think? What happens to the good seeds? I mean, they just sit in the back of the mind, or what happens to them?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think it's a great question, because definitely she's a smart DCI practitioner, because she understands the consequence of getting angry at other people. And that's already a great start. And then now we can talk about why these bad seeds will stop the good seeds. Because it's a little bit strange, but I think somehow it's related to your understanding.
That's a cool way to go.
I think we talk about it a little bit in our Mixed Nuts translated class.
By the way, the Mixed Nuts are doing a reading club soon. In the next week or two, the first Mixed Nuts reading club, once a week in the evening, and we invite everyone to come to that.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting way to go. What do you think? What happens in your mind when anger stops your good seeds?
I think So, for a good seed to ripen, one way is, of course, to do coffee meditation.
Yeah.
That water the seeds. You keep telling about that.
Like what's an example? Like you help somebody.
Like yesterday, we were working on the 20th anniversary,
anniversary.
of the Diamond Cutter Business Book.
Yeah.
So we were working. I think before the sleep, if we think about it, be happy about it, and we fall asleep, then there will be much more good seeds in our mind during the sleep, increasing. So that's one way to make good seed ripen. Second, that's what I mentioned about. If you understand how seeds work, then it will also increase the speed of the good seeds.
Wow, just thinking about seeds the right way puts water on those good seeds. But how's that relate to anger and your good seeds?
Yeah, that's what I try to say. I think every time when we are angry, we forget about how seeds work. That's the premise, that we will get angry.
Yeah, in the
we
two
don't
husbands
understand.
example,
Right.
if she understands one thing, that's supposed to be she cannot get angry, but what is that? I mean, that's why the ancient books say that to remove your anger permanently, you have to understand one thing about your husband in the kitchen.
Just like the pen.
Pen.
It's a great question for you, honey.
It's just like the pen. And then if we forget that the pen is coming from ourselves, and it's like the two husbands in the kitchen is the same, that if we get angry at the husband, it's because we forget that the husband is coming from us, just like the pen is coming from us. But we get angry because we thought the husband is out there, and
So
they are yelling at us.
Getting upset is proof that you're not thinking of where things come from.
Yeah.
And then not thinking about where things come from
Will block the good
good
seed
seeds,
from
because
ripening.
remembering where things come from feeds the good seeds very strongly.
Yes.
Right? So now I have a question for you guys.
Oh.
And we didn't practice this, so I like that kind of question.
Have some tea.
Yeah,
So according
thank
to the laws of karma, which, you know, every DCI talk, we talk about the 4 laws of karma. The first one is...
Like makes like.
water.
You get what you give.
Shikwa makes a shikwa.
Yeah.
If you
种豆
plant,
的豆，种瓜得瓜 in
if you
Chinese.
plant, if you plant a banana, you're gonna get a banana.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Banana seed. Second one,
Is that you develop a habit.
if you've been lying, you start to lie to your mom.
Yeah.
And then after the first time, it gets much easier. And that's the second result. Third result, if you don't...
You create
Do
your
it.
environment.
sorry.
We're talking about 4 lords of.
we got mixed
Four laws
up.
of karma. Sorry.
Four
Four
laws
laws
of
of
karma.
karma. Okay,
Okay,
sorry.
okay.
You get the same thing that you did.
Yeah.
If you lie, then people lie to you.
Yeah.
Second one,
Is that
you
let's
get the bad habit.
No, you get
If-
bigger
if
results.
we are
I'm
talking
sorry.
about 4 laws,
Yeah. You get bigger results.
Yeah.
Multiply.
Yeah, seeds
Yeah.
increase crazily.
Then the third one, if you don't do the thing,
You don't get a result.
there won't be a result. But the fourth one,
If you do it, you will get a result for sure.
yeah. So
Definitely.
how does it work that getting angry, getting upset, is going to block your good seeds? Because according to the 4th law of karma, those good seeds have to produce a result.
Well, it's a
很好的问题 Good question.
very good question.
No, what do you think? What happens to the good seeds that your anger blocks? Do they go away? Or?
No, actually, usually for those students who are experienced, like Rachel, who has been learning the DCI for a while, and we know that there's the justice in the universe. If you plant the bad seeds, for sure you'll get a bad result. But now in this case, when we get angry, it's just kind of like the good seeds are getting delayed.
Oh, delayed.
Just getting delayed, and we just don't get the result, good result quickly. It doesn't mean that those good seeds are cancelled.
Just go away.
Yeah, no.
But the old books that say burn the seed, it
Yeah.
burns the seed.
Yeah, it's famous.
So it's just a metaphor? I mean, it doesn't really burn them. It just delays them.
Can I say? I don't know. I'm not
No,
sure.
let's
I'm just
guess.
discussing.
Let's guess. That's
Can
why
we
we have
say
to show.
it burned the possibility for the seed to
Open
ripen
quickly.
to open quickly? It's
that's
delayed for a long time. I have an image in my mind when we were talking about this. Can we say we have good seeds and we put it in the refrigerator?
Yeah.
Freeze it.
Oh,
And-
freeze dry.
Yeah.
Good seeds.
So, but there's a possibility that it could still ripen.
Oh, yeah.
It's not
much
dead
later.
yet. Yeah, but it's gonna be. If you don't take it out, I don't know.
Yeah, good.
Then it wouldn't ripen for.
Good.
You know.
But there's another question, and I'm not going to make this easy for you guys.
Okay.
Supposed to be when you do a bad seed, and there's 4 powers you can do, and they make the bad seed to open too early, like a premature baby. And they open up too early and they die. So you can't really change the laws of karma, but they're very interesting when you do a confession or when you clean the karma. Then you cause it to open too soon, premature baby, and then the bad seed opens. Instead of getting cancer, you just get a headache. That's from the Dhammapada
Yeah, Dhammapada
Sutra.
Sutra.
Yeah.
So what about the opposite for those good seeds? You see, can you make them? Does anger make them open too early and then they open too small? Is it like that? Is it the same thing? I don't know. I mean, if it's parallel, if it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So, confessing and cleaning makes the bad seed open premature baby.
Yeah.
So, according to that, wouldn't anger make the good seed open too early?
small.
And just before you become ugly, you get your face in a magazine or on the Peachtree Show.
Oh no.
Before what?
Just the good seed open too small, too early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposed to be bigger.
Yeah, not burn. But I mean, if it's the same thing as the bad seed, you see,
Yeah.
when you clean your bad seeds and you admit what you did and you promise
No,
That
no.
not to do it.
not to do it again for
Yeah.
some time,
For some time. Yeah.
then that makes the bad seed open too early, and instead of cancer, you get a headache. That's from the Dhammapada Sutra.
Yeah.
Do you think it's the same from the anger seed? Would it make the good seed open too early? You see. And too small, and then you get the bad anger result, which is that your face gets older, more wrinkles, more sleepy, more ugly. I mean, no, I did not. There's no book that
We
says
didn't,
that.
We
didn't
didn't-
learn it.
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
That's
It
And
is-
that's the benefit that these guys are in the ancient book translation class, and they spent over 3 years there. They are each working on an ancient translation. Xiaoping's working on the ancient translation of Vinaya,
Yes.
which is the code of ethics, and she has translated parts that have not been, cleaned up for 2,000 years. And then Stanley's also working on the Abhidharma, which is the ancient, encyclopedia of Buddhism. So what they just said was, we never heard of such a thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the benefits of translating a lot or going to a lot of. We've had, I think, 600 classes
Yeah. In the
about translation. So you have an interesting viewpoint where you say, you know what, I've been sitting through 600 classes and I didn't hear anything like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's also the first time we discussed this topic with you.
Yeah,
We have
like
been
it.
discussing a lot of questions,
Yeah.
but not this one, so it's very exciting for
yeah,
us.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to make your life difficult.
Thank you.
I have some. Do you want to say something? You first.
Oh, okay. I think getting angry, just now, actually, Stanley and we discussed that getting angry indicates that we don't understand how the reality really works,
Yeah.
how things work.
You can't get angry at your husband yelling at you if at that same moment you think, oh, that's coming from me.
Yeah.
Is that true, by the way?
No.
Practically, we practiced this for some time.
At that moment, when you start to get upset, if you
Yeah.
think, this is coming from me, this is coming from me, this is coming from me, does it really prevent it?
I think it helps. It helps.
Yeah.
For sure.
The
yeah.
more we learn the two husbands theory, the principle, the more we practice.
Yeah.
I think it helps to reduce the time
Oh,
you
okay.
get angry. But it doesn't mean that as
And
soon as
delay your reaction
and-
time also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
What were you going to say about the seed opening? The good seed opening too soon or something like that?
Yeah.
You have 1 minute, by the way.
Okay, I think that my guess is so doing a full power. It's a proactive move to clean or purify your bad seeds. So it triggers an immediate. It could trigger some result, like opening too early. Then, what I want to add is, if that's the case, you taught us that usually you feel some ease after the opening of the little bad seeds, sudden disaster, right? So talking about the good seeds, like if you get angry, and then would you trigger a little good things happen, then you feel really bad.
Yeah, but from what you said, you don't plan to get angry. Like you plan to do the 4 steps, but you don't say, I'm going to get angry today at shopping or something like that. Well, let's talk about it more in another show.
Okay.
By the way, what we have in DCI, we have DCI Online called Threads and Levels. So Threads, we go through, short-term answers to things. I think it's 6
videos,
episodes of 15 minutes each. And then if you want to go deeper, you take the 12 levels. You master 144 tools. So what we cover here, the question that came up that we didn't answer 100%, you can watch the levels, or you can watch the threads, the DCI Online. Okay, do we have another question for tomorrow? I think Scott and Arita are going to be here.
Right.
We have a tough question for them. Will you guys come back on Thursday? Okay.
We would love to.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking, Scott and Arita are going on vacation. Okay. So maybe you can be like host with me a couple weeks after that.
Sure.
Okay, here we go.
So from Russia.
Добрый день, меня зовут Оксана Кострева, я из Екатеринбурга, России. У меня такой вопрос. Могу ли я с одним кармическим партнером сеять 2 разных вида семян? Маргарита Ивановна, которую я навещаю раз в неделю в течение 3 часов. Мы с ней общаемся, слушаем песни, поем песни. А также я кормлю ее, меняю ей памперс и меняю повязки на ее пролежнях. То есть правильно ли я понимаю, что одновременно с ней я могу посеять семена как общения, так и семена своего здоровья? Спасибо вам большое за персиковое кафе. Спасибо.
Okay, so
you understand, right?
Well, I understand about 50%, but someone translated it for me, and I understand most of it. But her question is that she goes to the nursing home, 3 hours. She stays for 3 hours. She helps with very dirty jobs, like cleaning the old lady's pee-pee poo-poo, and and at the same time, to make her not lonely, she talks to her. She makes a connection with her. And then traditionally we say that visiting a lonely person will help plant a seed for a future partner.
Yes.
And then, good health also, because she's helping someone who's sick. And she also is asking, can I get more seeds for having nice interaction with other people, communication with other people? Is it possible to do one good thing and get multiple results from it? So we're going to answer that tomorrow with Scott and Arit on the Peachtree Morning Show. And we'll see you then. Thank you guys for coming.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.